What's up, TikTok family? So this video in particular is going to be going out to all the patriotic Canadians that are proud to celebrate Canada Day. You know, because for some reason a small inconvenience of not celebrating tomorrow is throwing all sorts of white people in a temper tantrum, and in the process showing off their racism, their toxic masculinity, their misogyny in some cases, all sorts of lovely things. You know, I could rinse and repeat and tell you everything that I've said before, talking about the 60s scoop, the Starlight tours, the fact Indigenous people don't have clean drinking water even in 2022, the foster care system or the MMIW G2S crisis that happens daily, the fact that the Indigenous people are still fighting for sovereignty all across Turtle Island, protecting water sources. I think you get the point. See, something a lot of us need to understand is the things that we're learning about today are things that Indigenous people have been talking about for years. Now they just have some evidence behind what they're saying. So now people are like, oh shit, this is really happening. It's also really important to understand that colonialism isn't something that happened long ago. It's literally embedded in our everyday society in Canada through our legal, economic, and political contexts. I also want to remind everybody that this isn't cancel culture as a lot of you think it is. It's literally acknowledging everything that the Indigenous people have gone through and continue to go through, and this is a way for you to stand in solidarity and show support to them, you know, the original people of this land. Not only that, but it's a way to honor and mourn the thousands of children that weren't able to come home. Not only that, but acknowledging the fact that Indigenous people all across Turtle Island suffer intergenerational trauma, which they continue on even in today's society. It's also a way for all of us to acknowledge and reflect on the action we must take in order for Indigenous people to not only be recognized, but also kind of start making towards the steps of land back, essentially. We also need to dismantle the colonialism within ourselves, not just what's going on in society, but as what Indigenous people face in general. I'm also going to just say right now, this last part that I'm about to say is probably going to ruffle some feathers, specifically white feathers, if you catch my drift. All of you Canadians out there saying how it's a celebration of Canada coming together as a country, but you fail to mention one piece of critical evidence. In order for our country as we know it to become unified as one, it was literally at the cost of canceling out Indigenous culture. Case in point, residential schools. Canada has only been a country for what, a little over 150 years? Meanwhile, Indigenous people have been here for thousands of years prior. So to all the patriotic Canadians out there, you know, they get a little upset when we say cancel Canada Day. Take all of this information in, understand it, and learn it. We're just trying to reinvent what it means. With that being said, folks, I'm going to get ready for work. Spread this message around. Let's reinvent Canada Day.